How you like that?
Alright guys, so I don't know why the camera's hazy. Sorry, I'm gonna figure it out here in a second. Good girl, place. So I'm just leaving her there. I want her to just find a way to get comfortable. So obviously, down. The position she's in, it's very uptight, not comfy, not relaxed, right? So she's waiting every chance she can get to, I'm gonna get up and follow her around. No, she's not, because I'm gonna correct her every time she tries. So when we started place over the last few days, especially in here, I've primarily stayed in the living room instead of going all throughout the house. And now I'm actually like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go in their spare bedroom. Come in here, but she can't see me from this angle, right? So, and then I'm just like, oh, okay. And I'm walking throughout the house. Now I'm actually extending time out to do this. And sorry guys, I'm a shitty housewife. That's what I tell everybody. And she's like, okay, she can make eye contact with me right there, but I'm not right on top of her anymore. I'm actually putting in distance. I'm moving around. Okay, let's go to place. So if she breaks, so I'm going to that door. Come on, come. Suki, come on. I want her right back here. Come on. So pressure on, place, down. Yes, good girl. And she knows exactly what she's supposed to do. But her biggest thing is like where you are, she wants to be there with you. And so that's just kind of what I'm fine-tuning over the next couple of days is this. She's been wonderful with everything else. She had kind of an off day yesterday. Good girl. Personality is 1,000% better today compared to normal. Like she really didn't want to play with everybody. She was having an off day, a little bit more with the selective listening, but she wasn't being bad. She just kind of wanted to be left alone, right? Of course, beginning of that heat cycle. So not everything's going to be completely normal for her. So, all right, you're allowed to have a bad day here or there, as long as, you're trying, which she was. She wasn't giving me any crazy stuff and, wasn't horrible by any means. Good girl. Yes. Good. And she's very intelligent. So when she figures out that, oh crap, she is going to ride my butt, she is 1,000 times better with stuff. If she feels like she has the upper hand, she's gonna take it. That's just the type of dog she is. That's that bitchy personality that she's got in there. But otherwise, I have no real complaints with her whatsoever. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna leave her there for a few minutes. I'm gonna get back to an email, and then I'm gonna come right back. All right, guys, email finished. Cleaned my camera. There was part of a smoothie on it. Like I said, it's been a day. While I was doing my email, she started closing her eyes, getting relaxed like she is right now. That's what I want to see when she's laying in place. Like she's comfortable enough to start trying to, I'm talking. So she's like, oh, she's talking. I'm going to be wide awake now. But enough that she's like, oh, okay, I'm going to relax. I'm relaxed enough to just hang out here. And the big thing is going to be, the kids. We've been working on this. So when the kids come tomorrow, we can leave her in place and the kids are home running wild, doing things differently compared to a nice calm week that she's had inside, right? So that'll be a big game changer in preparing her with place to set her up for that. So it mocks your house the same way. So essentially, place is amazing because, place. I don't have her leash on, right? I'm just solely working off of her e-collar. And yes, it takes me a little bit longer. Yes, but I'm not chasing her down. I'm not having to put my hands on her. I'm not having to yank and crank. None of that whatsoever. It gives you that nice control in the house. So cooking dinner, she's in place. I don't need her right here, but she's in place. So what I like the one elevated mat that I have outside, but it's so cold. I'm not hosing it off to bring it in. So I just grabbed the bathroom mat and washed it and was like, okay, cool. And I started associating the bathroom mat, with place with her. So that way, wherever that mat is, that is place. Wherever it goes, that's where you're hanging out at. So if we're doing dishes, we're doing laundry, you know, she should be in place instead of running everybody ragged or in the crate when she comes home. If you guys have the kids bouncing around watching TV, whatever it is, somebody can sit down with her, you know, you call her out of this place position on your terms, not on her terms. So if you guys are watching a movie and the kids are wanting to sit on the ground with her, okay, awesome. As long as she's calm, they can snuggle up with her wherever they're sitting. Totally recommend couch being off limits for a while. You want control, not her just having free range. You want her to earn things, right? So when you're doing chores in the house, unless she's earned that free range and she's calm, all of her free range for a couple weeks is completely outside. And, you know, she goes on a back tie being just like a 50-foot cord, and she can play and the dogs see her. But when I'm busy, I'm in here running around, I have to do an email, I have to talk on the phone, or I'm doing stuff around here and she's already trained for a little bit, she's getting a break, and it's just time for her to be a dog, she goes on that cable. If you are home and you don't have a fenced in backyard, you can get a cable and do the same exact thing, because you're not leaving her unattended, like leaving her out when you're not there. But it gives her a way to be independent. She relaxes and she can just be a dog without having to be, you know, if you're like, okay, can't keep eyes on you in place and you're full of it today, because every other day, you know, she's going to be piss and vinegar, she's a puppy, then go ahead and get a cable. Have that set up for her instead of you having to stand outside with her and limit how much free time she has, right? Because that's for us. Like, first thing in the morning, our schedules are insane because I got to feed everybody, got to feed all the dogs, got to water everybody. So we get up, she goes out from her crate, she goes onto the cable, I drag the hose all over the property, get everybody fed and watered. She's been out for 15-20 minutes. She comes in and has breakfast in her crate, and then we wait about a half hour and we go out and start giving her a little bit of free time off leash, and I stand outside with her, and then I rotate that kind of throughout the day, and I'm out there or I'm putting her on that cable for 15-20 minutes depending on what we're doing, right? So if you are busy, it's okay to do that if you don't have a yard, as long as you're not leaving her on that cable when you guys are just not home or it's scorching hot out and there's no shade, stuff like that. Like right now, the weather is been in the 80s since she's been here. So I'm like trying to just go out of sight. The weather's been in the 80s. Today it's 60s. Last night it was 45. So, you know, in the evenings, I'm like standing on the porch. I'm like, can you hurry up and go pee? And she runs down and goes to the bathroom because she knows the routines now. And she's not taken off throughout the whole property. Now I got the e-collar on. It's got a little flashlight. See? So when she's out and about, you can actually see her. But it's okay to do that, is my point. Especially if you guys are busy with the kids and you have work and you're running around. Every family's going to have a day where they're losing their minds and life is not normal for that day, right? And it's very chaotic. Otherwise, you know, as much as you can, after she has worked, after she has exercised for 15-20 minutes, bring her into place. You know, whenever you get that time, you're cooking dinner, you're sitting down doing something, whatever it may be, you're doing laundry, one of y'all, put her in place, but always try to make sure she's gone to the bathroom, she's been able to stretch her legs, because she is a puppy and we want her to learn how to turn that off without having to sit there wound for a sound, and then it's just going to be failure, right? Okay, come on. So we'll go from here and we'll go out. Good girl. She typically wet. Okay, come on. Really won't leave the porch unless I'm like, come on, go to the bathroom. Yelling at her. So typically at night I'll stand on the porch, I'll come down to the steps, she comes right in this vicinity, goes potty, and then she comes right back in, and that's right before bed, but it's been freezing. So up until it was super cold, she'd come out, she'd go on a 50-foot cable for about a half hour. What? Okay, come on, free! And just be a dog while I got evening stuff done, and I didn't have to stand outside with her, and that's stuff that you can absolutely do at home. Like right now, she's like, oh, I'm in training mode now, so I'm gonna be up lyrics, but But I'm not asking for anything specific, right? I'm just like, oh, okay, it's a little bit of free time, you know. Good potty. Yes, good girl. Give her breaks. Good girl. Yes. Yes. What, you stinky dog. You need another bath. Yes. Okay, come on. Then we'll go back in. And I know her taking off and all that fun stuff is a really big issue at home. So that's why I haven't given her a correction. I'm not asking her for anything specific right now. I am going to ask for something specific at this door. Yes. Wait. Wait. Okay. She's like, oh, I'm going to go in my crate. Come on. Come on. Suki. Come on. And come on. Place. Yes. Down. 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 Come on. Yes, ma'am. Good girl. Okay, so I call this cheating, right? This is cheating because she's not completely on there at all. She's just kind of like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm in the vicinity, so I'm going to fix that. Okay, Sukes. Come on. Come. Come, 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 come. Come, 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 come. Yes, good girl. Okay, over here. Come on. Place. So I got my pressure on. Come on. Place. Suki, come on. Come on. So again, yeah, place. Just work with her. Let her be patient. You gotta be patient with her and hold. Yes, down. Good girl. Place. So you'll hold for your sit, ask for your down, and then when she's done, place. Good girl. And it can be a process with her because I'm skipping everything with a leash. Usually when I do this, I start, but I was starting it outside with the leash, so that's the difference. But now I'm like, okay, she's done really well. I want her solely on this e-collar inside, and she's good enough to a point. Now, if she was a struggle and she was like, F you, I'm not doing it, I'd put a leash on and I'd pair up the e-collar. But I don't need to. I'm just, okay, you need an extra minute to follow direction. All right, whatever. And we let her choose the rate that she's going. And after about 10 seconds, if she's like, I'm not doing it, you go to your booster, right? And then if she's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not doing, and this goes for anything outside too, it goes all the way to 100, y'all. And I'm at like an 8 or a 9 with her, primarily inside without distractions, without that distraction in there. She's like, okay, I'm stuck here again. But for the most part, I always teach limited activity inside unless it's earned. No roughhousing inside. Save that for outside because you want the mindset to be nice, calm, cool, and collected in here, not crazy and wild and oh my God, I'm chasing everything around and I'm out of control. We want her to learn, okay, I'm controlled when I'm inside. And when I get time or when she'll have a bath, like right now, like she's not going on my carpet. She stinks. She smells like a dog. So when she has that bath, I'm like, okay, you can follow me up around the house. If I'm in my office in the bedroom or if I'm in and out of the kids' rooms, I don't mind. I don't mind her to be on my heels. But I'm not going to encourage throwing a toy throughout the house and having her run across the house, stuff like that. So try to keep a good mindset in the house, eating, chores, whatever it be. She can go ahead and be here. It's not going to break her. And save all your crazy, playful behavior for good time in the backyard. So, all right, guys, I'll be back.